Game 2 of the series, Paul Molitor is going to be leading off, top of the first inning. We're playing in Baltimore. McGregor on the mound for the Orioles. Molitor, 3-5, low on the split, gets a single to lead things off. Paul Molitor is on first base. Bring up Sixto Lezcano, right fielder, batting second. McGregor's pitch, 6-8. That's a strikeout. So Lezcano goes down on strikes. One away, Molitor on first. Cecil Cooper comes up. Yeah, they're going to hold Molitor. 3-5. Cooper strikes out. So 2 down. They're not going to hold Molitor. Molitor is going to go for first. For a second on the steal, he gets it. So Ben Ogilvy, clean up, man on second. 3-5, double 1-7. Nope, it's a single, but it's 2 stars. So that is opening frame RBI single for Ben Ogilvy. Molitor scores. So McGregor gives up a run, top of the first. Gorman Thomas batting fifth. Ogilvy on first. 3-5 hits double. Sends Ogilvy over to third. And Scott McGregor in some early trouble. Orioles could be sunk here. 3-6 ground ball to third. That's going to be out number 3. 1 run, top of the first for the Brewers. Starting game number 2 for the Brewers. Here comes Al Bumbry leading off for the Orioles. 2-7 ground ball to third. That's out number 1. Rich Dower, second baseman, second in the order. 5-8. Fly ball to left field for out number 2. Eddie Murray. That would be a 6-7 ground ball second base, which will be Paul Molitor is a 2, looking for a 7. That is an out. 4-3. Orioles go down in order, top of the bottom of the first. Just to the top of the second, Robin Yount leading off against McGregor. 3-3 ground ball to the pitcher, so that is out number 1 for the Brewers. McGregor hoping to get a game back for Baltimore. Sal Bando. 3-10, that is ground ball shortstop for out number 2. And it's Donnie Show Me the Money, DH, batting ninth against McGregor. 2-12, fly ball right field, out number 3. Brings us to the bottom of the second. Brewers up by 1. Kenny Singleton leading off, bottom of the second. 3-11, draws a walk off of Slayton. So Orioles get someone on base. None away. Lee May. Swinging off Slayton's pitch, 2-5. He gets whiffed. Swings at the high cheese. Gary Renicky, left fielder, coming up. 1 away. Singleton on first. A pitch from Slayton. 6-4. Home run split of 1-7. Gary Renicky gets the Orioles' revenge. So that's a 2-run homer. Bottom of the second inning. Clears the bases, 1 out. Brings up Doug DeCinces, third baseman. Facing Jim Slayton. 2-5. There's a double. Keep things going for the O's. 1 away. Catcher Rick Dempsey. Doug DeCinces on second. 4-7. That is a single off of Slayton. DeCinces a 113. He's just going to hold at third, I think. No need to push it this early in the game. So Dempsey on safely with a single. Brings up Mark Bellinger, shortstop. 2-11, draws a walk, loads the bases. Bases loaded. Well, Al Bunbury is not used to this situation. Coming up, empty bases, 2 outs. He's got 1 out and loaded. Al Bunbury off Jim Slayton. 6-7 ground ball, second base X. That's going to be Molitor is a 2, looking for a 17. That is a double play. Doubles up on Bellinger. And that was 4-6-3. However, the Orioles, they do score 2. And they have a 1-run lead, top of the 3rd. Paul Molitor, leadoff batter, leading off against McGregor. Ground ball to short. Out number 1. Right fielder Sixto Lezcano. 5-7 ground ball, shortstop X. That would be Bellinger, who is a 1, looking for a 4. That's an out. 2 easy plays to Murray in a row brings up Cecil Cooper, first baseman. Against McGregor, 5-4, fly ball to center field. That is going to be out number 3. Come up bottom of the 3rd, Rich Dower, second baseman, leading off 6-11, fly ball right field X. That's going to be Sixto Lezcano at a 1, looking for a 2, and that is out. Dower flies to right for out number 1. Brings up first baseman Eddie Murray, facing Jim Slayton. 1-11 ground ball to 3rd. 2 away. Kenny Singleton, right fielder for the O's. 5-5, fly ball to right field. And the Orioles go down in order. So we go to the top of the 4th. Scott McGregor facing Ben Ogilvy to lead things off. 3-6, single for Ogilvy. His second hit of the game. So he's on first. That's going to bring up Gorman Thomas, who homered in the first game of the series. Facing McGregor, 4-9, fly ball to left field, runners hold. So that's out number 1. Ogilvy still on first base. McGregor, you're in the 1-2-3 top of the 4th. Charlie Moore comes up, catcher. 4-6, fly ball to center field. The B runners hold, out number 2. Brings up Robin Yount, shortstop, 7th in the order. 4-8, 1-4 triple. So Yount drives Ogilvy home to tie it up. Scores 2-2, 2 away, top of the 4th. Robin Yount standing on 3rd with a triple off Scott McGregor. Earl Weaver is just shaking his head in disgust. 1-7 for Sal Bando, line out to 3rd to end the inning. So we move to the bottom of the 4th. Lee May, designated hitter, leading off against Slayton. 4-6, ground ball to short. X, Yount's a 2, looking for a 9, and that's a booter on Robin Yount. E6. He gets himself a nice little error there. Puts Lee May on first. Brings up Gary Renicky, left fielder, facing Jim Slayton. 4-8. There's a single for Renicky. May is going to hold at second. Doug DeCinces, men on first and second, facing Slater. 4-8, a single. And May just not the greatest guy for running extra bases. So bases are loaded. Rick Dempsey comes up. Yeah, move that up there. Infield in. 1-6. Line out to third. That's out number 1. Brings up Mark Bellinger, bottom of the order. Infield in. 1-8. Pop out to second. That's out number 2. The error led off the action. That means there are no earned runs at stake here for Jim Slayton, but he just wants to get off with nothing else going on the scoreboard. Now Al Bunbury with 2 outs. Granted, he's got 3 guys on base. 5-9 is a pop out to short, and somehow the Brewers get out of dodge there. Score still 2-2 to the top of the 5th. Gregor faces off lead batter Donnie. Show me the money. 6-8. Strikeout. Money goes down swinging. Out number 1. Paul Molitor. Lead off batter, batting second. 4-9. Fly out to left field. That's 2 away. Top of the 5th. Scott McGregor. He's getting his stride here. Sixto Lezcano, right fielder. 4-5. Ground ball to second. Brewers are retired in order. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Baseman Rich Dower leading off for the O's against Jim Slayton. 1-5. Pop out to third. So that'll be 1 away. Eddie Murray comes up. Score tied at 2. Bottom of the 5th. 3-9. Draws a walk. So Murray is on safely. His first time in the game. Grounded out the second and third in his first 2 at-bats. Kenny Singleton, 1 away, facing Slayton. Eddie Murray is on first. Want his stuff handy. 1-5. Fly ball to left, so that's 2 away. And that'll bring up Lee May. 5-5. Fly ball right field ends it. Nothing going for Baltimore. Going to the top of the 6th. Cooper facing Scott McGregor. 4-2. And Cooper goes down swinging. That's the second time McGregor has caught him looking in this game. 1 away. Cleanup batter Ben Oglevie. 5-10. And he sends it singing. 3rd hit and 3 at-bats. This one out of the park. Solo clout. Brewers, top of the 6th. They go up by a run, 3-2. Here's Gorman Thomas. And Gorman Thomas with a 5-5, which I cannot see, and that was an 18, just in case it comes up. I think it was. 5-5, pop out to third, doesn't matter. So that's 2 away. Scott McGregor facing catcher Charlie Moore. 6-10, 15 on the double 117 split. So Charlie Moore comes up with a 2-bagger. Robin Yount comes up facing McGregor. Moore 180 feet away. 6-11 ground ball to first. Well, that kind of ended that. And we'll call that a Eddie Murray trots it over on his own. But the Brewers, they put 1 more on the scoreboard, and the Orioles find themselves in sadly familiar territory. Gary Renicky leading off. He homered in his first at-bat, singled last time up. 2-9. He catches the single split right there with an 8 to lead things off. His 3rd hit of the game. Gary Renicky is on first. Doug DeCinces comes up, 3rd baseman. 5-3, ground ball pitcher. He's a 2, looking for a 6. That is a double play ball. 1-6-3. Fantastic reflexes by Jim Slayton on that one. Him a 2 down. Catcher Rick Dempsey comes up number 8 in the order. 5-11. That is ground ball first base X. Cooper is a 1, looking for a 20. Roll it again. 18. Roll it again. 4. That is out number 3. So the Orioles, nothing going, bottom of the 6th. Brewers would like some elbow room. Bottom of the order here. Actually, Bando. Nope, we got it right because I flipped it. Scorecard, weird reading it. Sal Bando leading off against Scott McGregor. That is a 6-6 pop out to short. Out number 1. Donnie, show me the money. 3-11 strikes out. In the top of the order, Paul Molitor, future Hall of Famer. 2-6 and flies out the left field for out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the 7th by way of the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack, I don't care if we ever get back. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, well, we got to finish it up. Well, come here, Rick Dempsey. You're supposed to stand up for stuff like that. At the old ball game, Bellinger leading off the bottom of the 7th against Slayton. 4-10 ground ball third. That would be Bando at a 2 looking for a 2, and he gives up the single. It gets through. Bellinger with his first hit of the series. He is on first safely. Al Bumbry, none away. Jim Slayton, 1-4 single with the fat split 116. So that is going to 1-star it. That's going to send Bellinger to second. Bumbry at first, men at first and second, no outs. Bottom of the 7th, down by 1. Rich Dower, 5-7 off the pitcher's card. Strikeout. Out number 1. Eddie Murray. Those are looking for some magic. Got a good in the heart of the order here, and he hits a ground ball A. Doubles up on Bumbry. 6-4-3 to end the inning. Holy crap-a-noli. Yeah, so much for that. Top of the 8th in the heart of the Brewers' order, looking to make some elbow room, up by 1, 3-2, facing McGregor still in this game. And McGregor issues a walk, and Earl Weaver is on the phone to the bullpen. Doesn't want to let things get out of hand because the game isn't over till it's over. Cecil Cooper, first baseman. 2-3, pop out to second for out number 1. Ben Ogilvie, cleanup batter, facing McGregor. Earl Weaver hasn't yanked him yet. 4-12, catcher's card X. There, right, see it. McGregor's catcher is Dempsey at a 2, looking for a 20. That's probably a roll again. That's a roll again. 3-2, safe at first on a dropped pop-up. Ah, holy crap. So that's going to be an E2, which means Lezcano is going to second. E2, Lezcano to second. And Dempsey gets a little E next to his name. So with 1 out, Gorman Thomas with men on first and second. 5-7 ground ball shortstop. Belanger is a 1 looking for a 10. And the doubles up on Ogilvie. 6-4-3 to end the top of the 8th. No runs scored. Gives us Kenny Singleton facing Slayton. Bottom of the 8th. 1-9 draws a walk. So Kenny Singleton on base again. Just being there so that way if the Orioles are able to make something happen, they got a runner going around the base paths. We've got Lee May. 1-11 ground ball to second. That's a double. Double play. 4-6-3 doubles up on Singleton. 2 outs. Gary Renicky, bottom of the 8th. Orioles are in dire straits here. 3-8. Renicky goes down swinging. Out number 3 of the order for the Brewers. Scott McGregor's going to stay in top of the 9th, 6-6. Pop out to short for out number 1. Charlie Moore catcher. Here comes Robin Yount, shortstop. 2-7, hits a single. And I think that's going to be it for Scott McGregor. Mound, relief pitcher for the Orioles. So we have Robin Yount on first base. Sal Bando up to bat, 1 out, top of the 9th. Martinez has done his warming up, 6-5, and he pitches a single to Bando. Yount is going to try to get to third. That would be a 3. So Yount gets to third. 1 out. Men at the corners. Show me the money. 3-8. Strikes out. So that's 2 down. Tippy Martinez trying to get to the bottom of the 9th without any more Brewer runs on the scoreboard. Here's Paul Molitor. 5-7. Strikeout on Martinez's card. So the Orioles really get by that one. And the Orioles really have to make something happen here. Jim Slayton going into the 9th. Doug DeCinces leading off. 3-7. Draws a walk. Doug DeCinces on first base. Orioles have to do this now. Rick Dempsey. Infield in. 2-4. Pop out to shortstop. That's 1 out. Another change in the order. Billy Smith is going to pinch hit for Bellinger. Doug DeCinces after a walk. 1 out on first. Slayton faces Smith. 5-8. Fly ball to left. Runners hold. 2 away. Al Bumbry. Do or die for the Orioles. And I dropped my white die. Be right back. Little die. Sit there and be a 5. Alright, here we go. Bumbry. Do or die. Facing Slayton. 3-4. Ground out to third. The Orioles are out of the series. They are the first victim. And that was, yeah, first. So 3-1. The first victim in this series. They go down. Brewers win the second game 3-2. So we will find out who the Brewers will face after a subsequent series coming up. So that's that. Milwaukee wins their second game. Baltimore Orioles are out of the series, out of the playoffs.